There's no denying that Dante Bowe has gone through trials and tribulations. After his split with Maverick City, he sat down with CBN and talked about his struggles, solo career, and relationship with God. In this video, we're going to address the conversation, tie in a few Bible verses, and I would love for you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So without further ado, let's dive in.
Been an incredible journey the last few months. So I feel healthier than ever, better than ever, brighter than ever. Feel closer to God. Yeah, I'm good.
I think we all woke up surprised when Maverick City announces they're pausing their relationship with you. What were you thinking when that was announced?
That's a good question. God's going to use people and things to catapult you into your next step. And so I don't think it was like something that shouldn't have happened. I think it should have happened because now I have this incredible team. I've rebuilt, my infrastructure with the most incredible people and the most incredible producer, John, who's helped me release, Hide Me and this entire album, Press Play. And I don't think that would have happened if, just certain things didn't occur. The trials are not in vain. Nothing is wasted. Nothing's in vain.
For someone like you, I know you've endured so much, from family loss, abuse, homelessness. I don't know if you can even compare the trying times. Were you going through and looking back at that? What was happening?
God oftentimes prepares us for the journey, and I feel like everything I've gone through and everything I'm going through is it's important. It's very, very relevant to my destiny and my future and my purpose. In those dark seasons is when you really see the light and when you really get revelation and new vision and new strategy and new approaches to life. So I think, it's just a part of growth.
How did all of that come about in that song? What gave birth to it?
Yeah, me and my producer, John Webb, who I call my angel, because in that dark season, John was knocking on my door because I wasn't answering any phone calls, right? And he was knocking on my door and he came in and we were just talking and he's like, let's go up to the studio. And so we immediately started recording. Didn't know an album would come out of it, but that's the plan of God. It's like God's plan, it's not our will, his will. It was just natural. John started playing that beat. And the first thing I thought of was, I'm under the shadow of the Almighty, I'm under his wing and there is safety there. And I think this entire season has been me under the shadow of the Almighty. I felt so hidden, so protected, and close to him. And I think a lot of people would think I felt, a little, down or out or, depressed even maybe, but I really felt very protected by the Lord in this season.
God does use people and things to catapult you into your next season in life. The trials and tribulations bring about a refined you if you truly allow God to use you. Only God knows Dante's heart, and I know as a man who struggled with a 20-year porn addiction, no one is perfect, and that's why we have Jesus Christ as our Redeemer. With this being said, do you think that Dante has been 100% transparent about why he was removed from Maverick City? Many speculate that it was because of his poor choices having to do with what he said about Lil Nas X and partying with Bad Bunny. But credible sources are saying that it was because he shared inappropriate photos of himself online. Whatever the case may be, we all have fallen short of the grace of God. I know that I struggle at times and I will never claim to be perfect. This video is in no way to point the finger at Dante, but to let us all know that no one is worthy of God's love. It's in God's kindness and compassion towards us that we have the opportunity to be made new. Everyone is in need of redemption. Romans 3:23 states that all have fallen short of the glory of God. Christ's redemption has freed us all from guilt, being justified freely by his grace through the redemption that is in Jesus Christ. Romans 3:24. Heaven will be filled with former captives like you and I, who, through no merit of our own, found ourselves redeemed, forgiven, and free. And that's the good news. We were slaves to sin, condemned to eternal separation from God. Jesus paid the price to redeem all of us, resulting in our freedom in him. As far as the specifics that I mentioned above, do you think that Dante should set the record straight and to not give an above the surface explanation for why he was removed from the group? As you should know, there's power in our testimony, and with Dante being completely honest, hundreds, if not millions of people could be set free. Knowing exactly what he went through by him telling his story, maybe that would encourage others struggling with character defects to get help for themselves. Revelation 12:11 says that believers triumphed over Satan by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. What's important here is the word of their testimony, meaning they spoke verbally, without shame or fear. Some believe that it's not important for Christians to verbalize their testimony, but should simply live it out in their daily lives. But it's not an either-or proposition. Living the gospel message is important, but it's no more important than our verbal testimony, since God has chosen hearing the word as a means of producing faith. As for Dante, he may not be 100% comfortable and ready with sharing the specific details of why he was removed with the general public. I'm sure that his team, family members, and closest friends know the specifics of what actually took place. So as we all are on the outside looking in, let's just continue to keep him lifted up in prayer. So that's my thoughts on the matter. Let me know what you all think in the comment section below. As always, know that God truly loves you and strive to remain set apart. Peace.